They ain't coming to my house and taking my guns. If you're like me, you've probably heard that a lot. And if you're not like me, you've seen it on the internet a lot. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about, because chances are, for the average viewer, you've already given up your guns. Let me lay this out for you. Because when you post all your Molon Labe, Punisher, nobody's coming to take my guns, both me and the federal government are laughing at you. So, all over the country, even in the South, even in the most, what you would consider to be the most conservative states, you've got all of these godless little communist retards running around, and their lives essentially consist of inebriation and trading STDs. These little freaking turds are probably your children. Alright? So we all understand that the pen is mightier than the sword. Or at least we should. Or at least, at the very least, you've heard that before. So over the past 100 years, as we have been redrawing our line, saying, you can't take our guns, you can't take our sword, and they've been chipped away, and we just keep redrawing the line back a little bit more. While we've been doing that, we allowed the government to raise our children. No fight whatsoever. The pen. So after a couple generations of government education, everybody's surprised that everybody's a blithering moron. I can't tell you how many times I've heard they ain't gonna come to my house and take my guns from someone who's 40, 50, 60 years old, whose kids don't own a gun. You've bought into this idea of the American dream. You believe that you and your wife have to work full-time jobs so that you can both have a nice car, a nice house, live beyond your means in debt. And you let the enemy raise your children. And you wonder why everybody's stupid. So here's how this is going to work. You're going to cling on to your little guns there until you die. And then your kids are either going to sell them for a vacation or drug money, or they're going to get auctioned off with all your other crap. You're going to be forgotten about. Your entire lineage will be dead. Your family is gone. Your true liberty teeth, your children, will submit themselves to slavery and be the first generation to just be total slaves, all because you need nice things in your house. So you worked, or you just need beer and a fantasy football team. You worked nonstop. Your wife worked nonstop. And you just thought, oh, I'll just send my kids to school. I couldn't homeschool them. I'm not smart enough. The education system that failed me to a degree that I can't teach another is the education system I'll send my children to. All right? And while you're grinding away, working who knows how many hours a week, and your wife is as well, who you probably hate, how many training classes have you taken? Maybe you're not military, and you've gone and you've taken some self-defense classes or some fighting rifle classes. I say maybe, but the reality is that you haven't. How this should work is a family raises a child, teaches the child, teaches, a man should learn from his family how to build a house, plumb a house, run electric, how to farm, how to skin out game, how to fight. How many of those things have you taught your kids? How many of those things did you learn from your parents? Right now in America, every American fighting age male should own an AR-15. There's just no excuse not to. They are so cheap right now, honestly, because Trump's election destroyed the firearms industry, essentially. To not get into it too much, right before the election, in case Hillary won, the whole gun industry way overbought, overspent, overbuilt on credit. Trump won, and honestly, when it came to patriots, we were in better shape under Obama because people were scared. They're buying guns, they're buying ammo, they're getting training. Now, nobody's doing any of that. Why should you get training? We're not going to have a fight in our lifetime. Well, due to the fact that you haven't raised your children, they're going to have a fight. So you should probably be training so that you can teach your children how to defend themselves. You have given away your guns because you have given away your family, your legacy, and your morals. Our entire society bases their moral foundation on societal norms. Well, that changes every other day. A few decades ago, it was murdering Jews. Today, it's freaking women walking around tucking their boobs into their pants. And tomorrow, it'll be wearing your pants so low, but it's modest as long as your vagina crack isn't showing. Societal norms means nothing. America needs to take the time to slow down, live below their means, sell those new vehicles, sell that house you can't afford, get out of debt, get a little piece of land in a place that you can afford, and have enough time to raise your doggone kids, and maybe, just maybe for bonus points, raise them and teach them what's right and wrong based on the scripture, the foundation that your fathers were brought up on, great men that this nation was founded on, these morals that don't change, and actually invest in your own doggone children. That's how you've given up your guns, and that's what America has done to its own families and its own children. Pretty sad.